Okay. No more Sylvian. Hold on. Gotta switch it up. What's happening? Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hope that you're having a wonderful day. It's Saturday right now, so I'm definitely having a wonderful Saturday. I'm in that weird, it's like noon time right now. I'm in that weird time where it's like you're still just a little full from breakfast, but you're kind of ready for lunch. But anyways, enough about food. Let's talk about Miss Kate Bush. We're going to be listening to two songs today, Strange Phenomena and Kite, of course, off of her first album, The Kick Inside, released in 1978. I have only flown a kite once in my life. When I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something, my parents took me out to a field. It was a really windy day. I was so excited. I've heard so much about kites. I've seen other people playing with kites. Took it out. Couldn't get it up. It didn't work at all. And I have never attempted to fly a kite since then. But they're wondrous things. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and get into these two tracks. We'll probably stop it after Strange Phenomena so we can talk about that one and then move into the next song. Or we might just let them play both together. Who knows? We'll kind of see how we feel and go from there. Let's get into it. This is Kate Bush, Strange Phenomena, and Kite. Ba-boom.
Soon it will be the phase of the moon when people tune in. Every girl knows about the punctual blues, but who is to know the power behind our moves? Day of coincidence with the radio and a word that won't go away. We know what we're all gonna say. Gee, you're right. Funny how the feeling he was on his way. Raise our hearts to the strange phenomenon. So moods on a feather flock together. We raise our hearts to the hand of holding us sure enough. He has the answer. He has the answer. He has the answer. You pick up a paper, you read a name, you go out, it turns up again and again. Bump into a friend you hadn't seen for a long time, then into another you only thought about last night. Hear your sister calling for you, but you don't know where from. You know there's something wrong, but you don't want to believe in a premonition. Raise our hearts to the strange phenomenon. So moods on a feather flock together. Raise our hearts to the hand of holding us sure enough. He has the answer. He has the answer. He has the answer.
I'm probably going to mention it every single time that we listen to a track off of this album, but it is just incredibly impressive to see and hear Kate Bush at this age, so young, with her debut album, putting out such artful and creative work. This track in particular, you have the very light twinkling and starlight piano melodies that are just carelessly drifting out throughout the music. Then you have what sounds like kind of like throat singing at the very end here. You get little peaks of creativity. I love the bass work, which is being played by David Patton, who I've seen has worked with quite a number of people, from Alan Parsons Project to Camel to Rick Wakeman to Fish to Elton John, he's worked with a lot. I love the way that his bass moves throughout this track. And as we've mentioned before with Kate Bush, especially in this album, I find her vocals very bewitching. It's a word that I come back to, and it's the one that's most appropriate for the spell that she puts on you, that she puts you under, and you're just there in a trance as she dances and dramatizes events and her writings before us, of course, in musical form. Here, it's no different. The different vocalizations that she gets into, you know I'm going to be feeling that. You know that I love that. It's literally like I can see her just effortlessly dancing, tiptoeing, and moving like just around us. Filled with creativity. I just really enjoy what we can hear already. I love the way that the atmosphere slows down. This is incredibly astronomical. There's a deep depth of atmosphere that's being relayed there. And even some of her callings are extremely mystical, which in a way kind of falls into where the writing goes with this one, because it's kind of talking about strange phenomena. You know, when you dream about something, let's just say you have a dream about someone and you haven't really thought of this person in years. And then all of a sudden you go out and you run into that person. It's like, what kind of strange premonition is this? You know? Soon it will be the phase of the moon when people tune in. Every girl knows about the punctual blues, but who's to know the power behind our moves? A day of coincidence with the radio and a word that won't go away. We know what they're all going to say. Gee, arrives funny, had a feeling he was on his way. But this is where it gets kind of interesting. A little bit further down. You pick up a paper, you read a name, you go out, it turns up again and again. You bump into a friend you haven't seen for a long time, then into another you only thought about last night. It's like, where is all this coming from? What kind of, strange phenomena is happening? Now, in the very beginning, if I go back, she talks about the phases of the moon when people tune in. And I would just imagine that's people looking at the moon cycles, I don't know, is that astrology or is that astrology? Whichever is the one where you're looking at like your signs and stuff. I'm just imagining it's some part of that. And then she says, every girl knows about the punctual blues. Like when your menstrual cycle is right on time. All women know about that. But who's to know the power behind our moves? The cycle is something that's predictable in a way, from what I've been told. But who's to know the power behind our moves? There's something deeper, there's something more spiritual going on. She doesn't know exactly what it is, and she doesn't try to pretend to know what it is, but she acknowledges it. Now, when she says, "Oh, Mani Padme," I gotta be honest, I got no idea what that means. When I see Padme, I'm just thinking of Star Wars, so I'm Google searching that right now. And it says, hold on, I'm pulling up the Wikipedia, because apparently this is a Sanskrit mantra. It is a 6-syllable Sanskrit mantra associated with the four-armed Shadakshari of, oh my god, I can't read that. I just want to know what it means. The text, the mantra is this. The first word is the sacred symbol in various Indian religions. The spirit of enlightenment. I just want to know the meaning, dude. I just want to know exactly what it means. All right. The middle part of the mantra is interpreted as being jewel in the lotus, gem, lotus. I want to know what is she acknowledging some sort of deeper understanding? It says here, Damien Kyowen also notes that another theory about the meaning of this mantra is that it actually invokes a female deity named Mani Padme. So is this Kate's way of kind of invoking this spirit? Now the question is, the name of the spirit is Mani Padme. Who's that? We got to read about that. And I'm like Googling all this, trying to figure it out. It's a popular yogic mantra. What is the meaning? What is the meaning? I'm looking through it. All right. So apparently, literally, it translates to praise to the jewel in the lotus. The Dalai Lama said that its meaning is great and vast. And I guess you can actually break it down. So this is kind of cool. So you can break it down into each part, into each syllable, basically. I know I'm getting stuck on this, but I think this is kind of interesting, and you can kind of get the understanding behind it. Om, Ma, Ni, Pad, Me, Hum. Okay, so Om, the vibration or sound of the universe. Ma, ethics and purifies jealousy. Ni represents patience and purifies want or desire. Pad represents diligence and purifies ignorance. Me represents concentration and purifies attachment. Hum, the unity of all. All right, I know some of you got really bored by me going through all that, but all right, let's go back to the lyrics. Let's bring it all back together. Surely he has the answer, he has the answer. And then she gets into that chant, that mystical calling, which I said before. So she's kind of like invoking, perhaps asking this deity, hey, what is all this about? What is all this strange phenomena about? You hear your sister calling for you, but you don't know where from. You know there's something wrong, but you don't want to believe in a premonition. Okay. The question I have when she says you hear your sister calling, is your sister dead or alive? Is this a premonition of something bad happening? So, you get this, for lack of a better word, a vision, and you see your sister calling to you, like something bad is going to happen to her. So try to go out and figure out what it is in real life. Or is she dead and she's calling to you from the other side? I got no idea. But either way, the chorus, we raise our hats to the strange phenomena. Soul birds of a feather flock together. Some pretty cool stuff. All right. Anyways, let's move on to the next track. That would be Kite. Let's go. This one gives the sensation, at least to me, the visualization, I should say, of a seaside carnival. I don't know, there's something very, very playful about it, extremely happy and joyous and positive about it. But at the same time, there's a slight tropical, sunny day kind of feel to it. Sensationally, like a kite, you're just breezing through. And whereas, just for example, Big Sky off of Hounds of Love is like a grand powerful, thumping kind of sky feel. This is more of like, for lack of a better word, a kite in the breeze, a kite in the wind that's just happily floating around in the sky, sailing the clouds. It's a nice, vibrant piece of art, piece of paper, that's just kind of flying up in there in the sky, happy, caring about nothing going on down below, as long as it keeps it up, which I could not when I flew a kite. I like the organ that's being used here. I like the way the piano is being played in the back as well. Once again, you have some nice bass. You get some nice guitar, especially just a little bit of, just a very little bit at the end, but it's all flavorful. I like the way that she elevates her notes as she goes, oh, I can't do it, but you heard her do it, and she does it correctly. It feels good. It's a breezy outing from Miss Bush. And then lyrically, she invites us, come up and be a kite. Beelzebub is aching in my belly-o. My feet are heavy and I'm rooted to my wellios. Okay? And I want to get away and go. I want to be from all these mirror windows. I want to be home. I look at eye level. It isn't good enough. I like that. I want to be home. I want to relax. I look at eye level at my home because obviously she's on the ground. And she's like, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And then I find out when I want to take a good look up, there's a hole in the sky with a big eyeball. There's a hole in the sky calling me. And obviously not literally a hole in the sky, but there's a place that needs to be filled in the sky. And she sees the kites as being that escape, as being the thing that fill it, to fill it. Come up and be a kite and fly a diamond night. A diamond kite, a diamond kite. Oh, what a diamond. A diamond kite on a diamond flight over the lights under the moon, over the lights under the moon. I feel a rush along my body like a bullet. I'm 2D after a push and pull feeling, and I want to get back to safe home. I love the homeland dome. I got no limbs. I'm like a feather on the wind. So now she's just kind of describing the kite, or perhaps she's describing her feeling. Perhaps she is in such a good place. She feels so elated that she just feels like a kite. But we see that throughout this album and even in other works that she likes to give a lot of attributions to non-living objects and make them feel alive, which I always forget the word for that. It starts with personification. I got it. And then she says, I'd like to be back on the ground, but I don't know how to get down. Come up and be a kite. Come up and be a kite. She's just talking about being a kite. She's, like I said, it's either literal talking about a kite and just describing it with beautiful words, or she feels like a kite. Either way, it feels good. I like the songs. Let me know what you guys thought of the tracks. You can let me know in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. You can do a lot of things. You could just leave. That's okay too, but I hope that you enjoyed your time here. Hope you enjoyed your stay. And I hope you come back tomorrow, guys. Have a wonderful one. I'll see you later. Bye.